Hey everybody, welcome to Insomnia with Nina Valdez. Today I have a really good recipe for you, and I'm going to be trying out the new Garnier Olia Brilliant Color Visibly Healthier Hair with 60% oils and no ammonia formula. I'm basically dyeing my hair just like, probably just a shade lighter, if lighter at all. It might look the same, but I'm really hoping that it will add some new highlights and dimension and stuff like that for springtime. So we'll see how that works. I haven't washed my hair in a couple of days because that's what I heard you're supposed to do when you dye your hair, so that's what I usually do when I get ready to dye my hair. But hopefully with all the new essential oils and stuff that is in this product, hopefully it will be really gentle on my hair anyway. So we'll see. The first thing I'm going to do is open her up, and we have this thing, which is empty. Let's see. Then we have the developer in little tube number 1, the colorant in tube number 2, and the after conditioner in tube number 3. I always love the conditioners that come with hair dyes because they're so much better than regular conditioner. Why can't regular conditioner just always be like this? I don't know. So let's get out the instructions and see what we're doing here. Ooh. They have the gloves in this little packet, which is a step up from the ones that are like stuck to the page. Those ones are kind of weird to me. Let's see. I'm doing an all-over application, so that takes 30 minutes. Alrighty. So I'm going to put this back in the box just in case I need it, and open my little packet of gloves. Those are nifty. No. So I've emptied my developer tubey in there, step number 1. Then I've emptied my colorant tubey, step number 2. And screw on the lid and shake it up. Twist off the top. Throw that away. And let's see. I am going to start at the roots, but I'm not going to worry about getting the roots that much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sort of balayage this, if you could even call my level of unprofessionalism and what I'm doing balayage at all. I don't think you can, but what is? I'm kind of smooth that out a little bit so it's not going to be like big old chunks. And we're going down. Put some over her. And I'm just going to continue to kind of do that throughout my hair. And bring it through my hair like that. Whoa, that's not good. Oh well. I got an old black shirt for that problem right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going underneath here and then over here and so on and so forth in that same sort of pattern until I get most of the, whoa, I'm dropping things today. What's going on? Most of the stuff in my hair. And then we'll see where we go from there. I am doing the bottom of my hair as well, but I'm mainly focusing in on the top of my hair because, not just the top of my hair, but like the top layer of my hair, because I'm going for kind of a sun-kissed look, hopefully. Like I said, hopefully this is going to be like a shade lighter than my current hair. So, still just kind of streaking it through here and seeing what happens. Now that I have that sort of streaked through as thoroughly as I could possibly get it, I'm just gonna start just getting handfuls of whatever is left in the bottle and rubbing it on my hands like so, and just sort of with my hands going through it. I know this looks like chaos, and if I was doing like a drastically different color, this whole process would be kind of cray and probably not a good idea. But since I'm just doing a very similar color to what I already have, then it's really not that big of a deal as long as I get it throughout all of my hair. Because, I mean, this small bottle, my hair is really long and not super thick, but kind of thick. So this small bottle is not going to cover my entire head of hair. So I'm just doing what I can with it. And actually there's a lot more in this bottle than is in like a normal bottle of hair dye. So that's kind of refreshing for a long-haired person who has to deal with not having enough a lot. Make sure that you get these parts up here, like, so you don't have just big chunks that are like not the right color. So that's what I'm going back in and doing right now. I'm gonna have this all over my arms and my face, everything. It's gonna be a mess. So anyways, rubbing that together again and going through. Again, this is not correct hair dyeing technique, but for what I'm doing right now, it's not that big of a deal. And it's actually helping me cover more of my hair since it is longer and thicker than a lot of other people's, than a normal hair dyeing process would. So I need to get right there, I think. Goodness, this bottle actually still has quite a bit in it. Okay. Right there. And straight through there. Again, I'm focusing on the top layer, though I am getting quite a bit on the bottom layer as well. I'm really focusing in on the top layer for that sun-kissed look, hopefully. We'll see how it turns out. If it turns out bad, I have other choices. So we can just try a different color. Maybe we'll go black. I don't know. Actually, black is really, really hard to get out of my hair. So that's kind of a nightmare, so probably not. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I think that's about empty, so I'm going to just throw that away. little bit more. So I'm gonna get that underside really good as much as possible. Rub it around in there. Okay. Now, they sent me these handy dandy clips to go with it. So we're gonna twist that up and clip it and let that sit for 30 minutes. While we're waiting for that to process, we are going to go to our recipe. I'm going to link the original recipe below. I got it off of, let me see, I think Tasty off of Facebook. And it looked amazing, and I was like, I can make that a little bit healthier. Maybe not like completely healthier, but at least a little bit healthier. So I'm going to attempt that. Let me just tell you right now, it came out really good. It's like outrageously rich. Like I can only eat like 2 bites of it at a setting because it's so rich, but it's really, really good. So you guys can try it if you like and see how you like it. Check out my current setup. It's about $6 worth of professionalism right here. Here are my ingredients. Not the bananas, but all this other stuff. So here's the deal. The recipe says to use this, but since I'm healthing it up, I'm going to use this instead. If you have been watching my vlogs for a while, you will see the recipe that I did before for homemade coconut milk, sweetened condensed milk with honey. And my coconut milk is steady boiling down for my sweetened condensed milk. Here's our food. So first thing we're going to do is add our butter, which I've already put in the microwave for about 15 seconds, so it's kind of mushy. And then, let's see, we need half a cup of brown sugar. I'm using the Trivia brown sugar blend. So we're going to go with 1/4 of a cup and then a little bit more. Because like I always say, I like to use about 3/4 of what I would be using in sugar. The package will tell you to use half of what you would be using in sugar, but for consistency's sake and flavor sake, I like to use about 3/4. So that's what we're doing there. Then I'm going to add an egg, which I forgot to go get. Here we are. Sometimes I like to use chia eggs and coconut oil instead of the butter, but for the sake of the consistency and flavor in this recipe, since I'm already using all kinds of other unsweetened, organic, low sugar kind of options in this, and gluten-free, then I figure I'll use a couple of the normal ingredients. So I'm just going to mix this up, and then we'll be back with the next thing. So here's a comprehensive list of things I should have done. I should have melted the butter better for that because it was very hard to stir.
I should have went ahead and added my vanilla while it was all kind of not stirred together, because now it's going to be hard to mix it all in. And I should have added my salt immediately to the flour so that that could have kind of went in a lot easier. But I did not do any of those things. So this is the state that we are in. Now, let's see. I need a spoon for the flour to measure it. And here we are. Let's see, it says half a teaspoon. So, no worries. I'm just going to sprinkle it over it like nothing happened. That seems like an awful lot of salt, but that's what the recipe calls for, so hopefully it will taste decent and not like a giant salt bomb. Okay, instead of a pie format, I'm going to make it into cookie bars using a bread thing. Press that into the bottom of the pan, and then I am going to preheat my oven to 350 and bake this for 10 minutes. This is almost ready. And I think it is ready for us to add our honey. Okay, so we've boiled that down, and now we are going to turn off the heat and add 4 tablespoons of honey. This is actually local honey that I got at the health food store, and I just put it in this bottle so it would be easier for me to use in my tea and in recipes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we only needed 3/4 of a cup of this mixture to serve as the sweetened condensed milk for this recipe, I am going to make the caramel sauce also with the Trivia brown sugar blend. The rest of this, I'm going to turn the heat back on low, and I'm going to put in 1/4 of a cup of the Trivia brown sugar blend. And we're just going to whisk that in there and let that boil down a little bit more. See, it already looks really caramely. So let that cook down a little bit more, and then we'll see what we do. Okay, this has boiled down to a really great caramel sauce. It's not as thick as I would like it to be, so I'm going to leave it on for a few more minutes while I'm doing the rest of this stuff. And then we'll put it on with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now we are going to add half a bag of Hershey's Special Dark chocolate chips. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with 1/4 of a bag because that's a lot. So we have that layer. And then we're going to put a layer, 1 cup of coconut flakes. Then homemade coconut and honey sweetened condensed milk. Look how thick and awesome that is. That's so great. Alright. This. And then we are going to add our homemade caramel sauce. Actually, I'm not going to add the whole thing because that's an awful lot. And then if it looks like it needs more later, then I'll add more later. Then I am going to pop that in the oven and bake it at 350 for another 25 minutes. That looks really good. And then I took the rest of that 1/4 of a cup of chocolate chips and mixed it in with the rest of our caramel sauce. And we're going to drizzle it over the top of this. So here it is. I don't know if you can tell or not. It's basically the same thing that I already had, but I feel like you can tell I feel like I can tell that the gold highlights are really showing through a lot more than they were. That is the Garnier Olia Brilliant Color Visibly Healthier Hair, medium golden brown. I like it. It's good. It's good. I would use it again, definitely. So that's my review for that product. Go check it out if you like it. Next time I have a giveaway, I still have a couple of boxes of this stuff. I think I have black, light blonde, auburn, and maybe a dark brown left. So that might be in your box next time I have a giveaway. So I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me in my insomnia. The phone is ringing. That's great. So I hope yours is as productive as mine. Get some sleep.